Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we'll understand Jenkins master-slave architecture. Let's firstly understand why we do this and what are its benefits. Basically, the architecture that you are seeing is the Jenkins distributed architecture in front of you. And this is basically used in order to decrease workload from Jenkins master machine. When we start with Jenkins, then it is okay to go with a single machine because in starting load is very less. Then when we do start using it on daily basis, load increases, and if we'll keep all load in a single machine, then if it is getting down, everything will be down. Second thing, sometimes you want some particular work like test cases which are in thousands or maybe more, then better to keep work separate from Jenkins master machine and transfer it to slave machine. Slave machine can be configured according to environment, like suppose your master machine is on Linux but you want some test cases to be executed on Windows, then this slave concept comes into picture. Both Jenkins master and Jenkins slave can either be on Linux machine and it can either be on Windows machine. So in our today's setup, we are going to create this complete Jenkins distributed architecture in Azure cloud, where we'll create one Jenkins master and then one Jenkins slave, and then we'll establish connectivity between them. After that, we'll create one Jenkins job and then we'll check how Jenkins master give command to Jenkins slave. Jenkins slave, you can also call it to be as Jenkins agent. So let's start with working demo of Jenkins distributed architecture. So guys, this is our Azure portal. So here firstly we'll create one resource group here. So let's go to resource group, click on create, give any name to your resource group, like suppose we can give test RG, and region is very important because you will be getting cost with this region. So we'll select a region, as I'm here in India, so we'll select a region from India. So just type India. You can select either South India or West India. I'm selecting South India, and to next. You can give name and value as a tag, but we don't want, so we just want to do next. And now validation has been passed, we can click on create. So now you can see one resource group has been created. So in Azure, whenever we start with Azure and if we want any resource in Azure, then resource group has to be create very firstly, because it is the main, or you can say it is the external boundary inside which all the resources will reside. So firstly we'll create a resource group, and so we have done with this test RG resource group. Now we need to create Jenkins master machine. So just go for virtual machine, go for create, click on Azure virtual machine. Here we need to select our resource group, and then we need to give Jenkins master, as we are creating Jenkins master machine. Reason is okay, availability option is okay, security type is okay, image we want to use ubuntu image, so it is okay. And this is the size, like 2 CPUs and 8 GB of memory. It will cost you around 7 rupees per month it is showing, but when we'll calculate in the end it will show hourly basis. So this is basically the cost that you will get for this particular virtual machine. And we can use method password. You can give any username and password of your choice. Okay, and then we can go for next. And here we have to be very careful about this OS disk space because premium SSD is very costly. So we can select standard SSD, so our cost will get reduced. And then we'll go for networking. So automatically it will provide you one virtual network, subnet, public IP. So everything it will set, and we don't need to provide these things. It will get set up automatically in the backend. We can check this box because in the end once we'll delete these things, so this option will helps in deleting the public IP and NIC along with the VM. and next all options are okay. We can go with the next option, and then here we don't need to select anything in the management. We can go to next option. Here we can disable this particular boot diagnostic because we don't need it, and then we'll go to advanced section. Here also we don't need anything to be mentioned here. We can go to tags. We don't want to provide any tags. We can go for review and create. So here it is analyzing that what all parameters you have already been set, so it will show you all in the end. And here you can see the costing is around 10 rupees per hour, so that got changed from the cost that it was showing initially. And here all the parameters it is showing, so we can go to create this Jenkins master machine. So we can see that deployment is in progress. So now it is creating that Jenkins master machine. So we need to wait for some time. And guys, this video is going to be a bit big video because I'm explaining from end to end. So this video can be a bit lengthy, but if you'll see this till end, then you'll get a better idea of how this Jenkins slave architecture, you can say Jenkins distributed architecture, you can create by your own. So it is saying deployment is in progress. Once it is changed to deployment completed, then our virtual machine will get completed. So just wait for few minutes, it will get complete in few minutes. Okay, so your deployment is complete. It means our virtual machine is ready. We can go to home, we can go to virtual machine, and we can see Jenkins master is here. So we can click on this particular VM, and here we are seeing this public IP. So we'll use this public IP, and we'll use putty in order to get logged in. So we are using the username and password that we have set over there. Okay, so now we are in master machine. So in order to install Jenkins, we can refer the documentation that has been provided from Jenkins. So let's go there. We can refer to this official documentation because if the instruction got changed, if I noted somewhere and if it get changed, then Jenkins installation will not work. So we'll refer these instructions. So there is one prerequisite that Java has to be there on both Jenkins master and slave machines. So let's firstly install Java over there. So we are just executing this first command. Okay, so let it run, and this is your basically Java installation command. So let it complete, then we'll run the second command. It's okay. So this is the second command. So it is getting installed. Let's go to the instructions. After installing Java, we need to check with long-term support release. So these are basically the commands which will help us in installing Jenkins. So let's copy the very first command. Okay, so Java is still setting up, so let's wait for some time. Guys, I'm not pausing this video because I just want to show you end-to-end things here. So I'm not pausing it for a single minute or for some seconds. So I'm giving you end-to-end screen sharing from this installation. Okay, so our Java is there. We can check it with this command, Java hyphen version, and Java has been set. So now we can execute the very first command. It is okay. We can now use second command. So it is also okay. And now we are going to third command. So it is running. In the meanwhile, let's copy the final command of installing Jenkins. Okay, so we can see that Jenkins installation has been started, and once it is done, then we'll check whether Jenkins is up and running or not with systemctl command. So let's wait for a few seconds to get Jenkins up and running. Sometimes it take a few minute in order to get it set up. So looks like it is getting set up. Yeah, so Jenkins is now, yeah, it has been installed. We can check it with systemctl command. Okay, so we can see active and running, so it means Jenkins is up and running. Now if we'll try to access it from outside using its public IP, we'll not be able to access. Let's check that. So this is our public IP, and if we access it using 8080, so you can see that Jenkins is not getting loading, it is buffering. So we can wait for few seconds. And yes, it is not loading. So we have missed one thing, and that thing is we haven't enabled 8080 port in our networking configuration. So we can do that. Just go to networking, and you can go to add inbound port. Then here, as of now, we can keep all these settings as it is because we are doing it for just testing purpose. So this is basically 8080 port, and we can just go and add it as an inbound security rule, and you can see that it is created. So if we'll refresh this portal, so you'll see that port 8080 has been added. And here, if we'll go again and if we'll see that it is getting access or not, we can give a hit. So still it is giving some issues, so it's interesting. Let's wait for few seconds. Okay, so now we can see that Jenkins we are able to access, and now we need to follow the instructions that we are getting on our screen. So we need to go to Jenkins machine and we need to get the administrator password. Copy. You can use cat command to get this password. Password is with us now. We can place it here and continue. So now we need to click on this install suggested plugins, and now Jenkins will start installing all the relevant plugins that are required. So this will take some time. In the meanwhile, let's create one Jenkins slave. So we'll use the same procedure. Virtual machine, create Azure virtual machine. We'll select TextRG as a resource group, and we'll give it as Jenkins slave. All these parameters are same. Ubuntu is same. This is size, it's okay. Password we can place here. Let's use the same one. We are good. We can go to next, and then here keep as it is. Next. Here also we can go with this option which we selected previously. Also, let's go to previous section also. Yeah, here we missed one thing. We need to change it to standard SSD in order to save some cost, and then we can go to next. We are good here. We can go to next, and here also we are good. Go to next. We can disable this boot diagnostics. Go to advanced section. Let's go to next. Let's go to next and review and create. So in the meanwhile, our Jenkins master is getting set up. Let's create this Jenkins slave. Okay, so we are good with this. Let's create. We can now see what is the status of Jenkins master. So you can see these plugins are getting installed. So let these plugins get installed. So again, we are creating this virtual machine. So deployment is in progress. Once everything will get set up, this will get complete and our machine will get ready. So let's wait for few minutes. Okay, so your deployment is complete. So we are good with this slave machine also. We can go to this slave machine, and here is this public IP. So we'll copy it and we'll open another session. Let's go to putty, get log into this machine also. Okay, so we are in this machine, and we can set up Java because Java is also prerequisite for slave. So let's install Java here. Okay, so this will take some time. Let's see what's the status of our Jenkins master. So here we are now getting this create first admin user page. So for testing, we can just give username as admin, password you can set anything you want. Put it at as is, and here we can use any ID. We can click on save and continue. Okay. So now this will be your Jenkins URL. Whenever you want to access it, it is showing here. We already used it because we were aware about it. Then we can go for save and finish, and we can click on start using Jenkins, and this is basically your Jenkins dashboard. So guys, we have successfully installed Jenkins, which is basically a Jenkins master in our case, we can say. Now see what's the status of our Jenkins slave. So yes, our Jenkins slave is also ready. We have that Java installed here. Let's check that. Yes, Java is installed. So we are good. Now we can go and we can set up this particular slave machine that will be a kind of agent for this particular Jenkins. So let do this kind of connectivity between these two machines. Go to manage Jenkins, go set up an agent, give your node name. Suppose if I can give slave demo permanent agent, click on create. Here you need to give some remote directory. So let's give like any directory you want. You can give according to your choice. And number of executor, we are currently keeping one. We can keep it 2, 3, whatever kind of executor you want to get execute on that target machine. And label, you need to give any label here. So let's give slave demo as label. Use this node as much as possible we want. Here we can select this launch agent via SSH option. So this is an easy option, we can use it and we can easily connect to our target machine. So we want Jenkins slave IP here. Let's put that IP here, and here credential. So we need to place the credential or of our Jenkins slave machine here. We don't have any credential as of now. You'll see none is here. We can add it to Jenkins. So here we can give our machine's credential. Add. Now we can select that credential here. So this is okay. Host key verification strategy is very important point here, because there are 4 options: known host key verification strategy, manually provided key verification strategy, manually trusted key verification strategy, non-verifying verification strategy. So we are going to use this non-verifying verification strategy today because it's easy way to connect, and as we are doing just for testing purpose, so we can use this option to get it connect without any verification strategy. Okay, we are good, and we can click on save. So guys, you can see that this built-in node is our Jenkins master basically, and this slave node is the machine which we have just added as a slave machine to this particular master. So we can click on it. And here we can see the logs that this particular agent successfully connected and it is online. So now we can go to dashboard, and here we can see that slave demo is available here. Previously only built node was there. So now we'll see the connectivity between Jenkins master and Jenkins slave. So let's go to create one job. Here we can give some test slave as a name we are giving. Select a freestyle project, click OK, and here just use this option restrict where this project can be run. So we want to run it on that slave, so just put that slave. It will give you that slave label here. No agent is running. Okay, so now you can see label slave demo machines matches one node, so we are good here. And here suppose we want to execute one command, so on that slave machine, so we can use it like any shell command we want to execute. We just want to check the host name of our slave machine, as we have given Jenkins -slave, so it should come by using hostname command. Okay, so we can go to save, and now on dashboard you can see this is our particular job. We can go here, we can go and click on build now. Okay, sometimes, yeah, so we can see this green tick. It means this particular job is successfully executed. We can click on this job, we can go to console output, and here you can see as a host name we are seeing Jenkins slave machine. So we have successfully connected our slave machine with this Jenkins master machine. And if you want to execute it on master only, so we'll not give that label thing in that master related job. So let's do and create one new job, test master freestyle project. Okay, and here we are not selecting this option because we don't want to get it execute on slave. So here we'll use this build step, add build step, execute shell, and give the same command host name. Okay, and then do a save. Click on is your test master now. Okay, so build now. Okay, so green tick means it is successful. We can go here, console output, and here, sorry, this is Jenkins. master machine here. So here we can see it's a Jenkins master here. So in this way we have selected and both the master and slave machine, and we have tested that it is getting executed and we are getting successful response from our slave machine. So this connectivity is completed and our today's demo is complete. Now what we are going to do, we need to delete all these resources from Azure because these are actually uh, getting costly, because how much we'll use according to Azure we have to pay. So let's go on Azure portal and then go on home and then go to test.rz. We can go to delete resource group, then we can go to test.rg, just paste it here, apply and delete. So we can see that here it is getting deleted. So deleting resource group test.rg, we need to wait for a minute. This is taking some time because there are so many resources. You can see Jenkins master, master IP, NSG, VNet, and there are so many resources, so it is taking some time. I'm not pausing this video because I just want to show end to end how I have created and how I'm destroying, so that when you will try on your machine or something, then you will get the same things end to end. So I'm showing end to end. Right now I have seen that message that deleted resource group test.rg. So we'll go to home and we'll go to resource group, and here we are not seeing that particular test.rg resource group. And one more thing is here, that whenever we create that resource group and when we launch resources, then automatically one resource group get create in the backend, that is network watcher resource group. We also need to delete this because we don't want it and we don't want to pay anything, so we don't require it as of now. So let's delete it. So we don't have much thing inside this particular resource group, so this will get deleted fast. Just bear with me, it will take few seconds. So it will take another few seconds and then we'll be done with this demo. So guys, this was basically the thing that we can do with Jenkins, like Jenkins slave architecture, you can say Jenkins distributed architecture. So this was the strategy that I have also used in some of my projects also. So just use these steps and you will be successfully able to connect your Jenkins master with your Jenkins slave. So this particular resource is taking time. Let's give few seconds to this network watcher resource group. So okay, it will get deleted. So I'm going to stop this video right now, so we'll meet in our next video. Yeah, okay, so we can see that delete resource group network watcher is also completed and network watcher resource group is no more here. We can go to home and we can just refresh it, and if we'll go to resource group, there is no resource group, so we are done. So guys, I'm done with today's video and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.